India's got a new Samrat Chakravartin, and his name is Vijayalaya, who is 22 years old after his father, Vikramâtittâ the Terrible, had abdicated to become a Buddhist monk. Yeah, he abdicated, but the one thing we fail to realize is that he's got all the things. He's got his guard dogs, wrote interesting works, he did this and that and the other, but he's the one that signed an imperial trade contract, which means his son does not have what he has. So it kind of makes one, it's like, hey, get back here. But the problem is, we can't get him back to court because unable to press his claims is one of them and face reluctance. Hey, my father really likes me, so I can't send him money because, you know, he's a rich man for a monk. So let me send him an alcoholic gift and have a private conversation with him. Just up it at 100 and see if I can get him back to court. If not, then I guess he's staying in Charanadu. For me, I am a Hindu. But that may change, description-wise, since I am a genius and a polymath and brawny, despite the fact that I'm currently suffering from the gout. But don't worry, I should live through this. Like if I could live long enough to survive the gout, let's see if gout can go away on its own. If not, then, well, there goes my foot. As in, well, we gotta get that treatment to cut it off, or some other body part where supposedly the gout is, where it could be on my face, it could be on my eye, the hand, or even, you know, the testicles. Could be anything. Now, here's an idea what I just thought of for this character. Madurai needs to be more prosperous. So, here's what I come up with. What to do with that extremely high learning skill and have all of this, that. So, here's what I thought of, in which is probably going to be the first time ever for the Empire of India. We've seen, you know, Taoists up there here and there, Buddhists out there, including, you know, that nomadic empire which they even took Serbia, which we hope, yes, I say we, I mean there's already a lot of Buddhists living in that part of the Balkans, but I just hope that the Serbian Christians, Greeks, Dalmatians, whoever's up to them, to turn towards Buddhism and Hinduism, which is something they should have accepted a long time ago. I guess that would be like last laugh of our legacy. Guess they won through an uprising. What else? Oh yes. So here's the plan I'm about to implement. Like, well, we talked about Jainism, Buddhism, Hinduism, all that. I am going to figure it out how to convert to Taoist. That's right, Taoism. In which to do that, and I once did this back in my Zoroastrian Croatia days, where we got into Zoroastrianism, actually Manichaeism, then Zoroastrianism, through a concubine. So we're going to do the same with this. I need to be a Taoist. I can invite her to court, but I cannot take her as a concubine because she will not offer. You're coming in here anyway. By hook or by crook, I will get you. Vikramâtitâ, the terrible father. The terrible father. I mean, come on. He's a good person. He's renounced the world. So... Whoa! No, no, no! Don't kill him! Let's just try to get to know each other a little better. So, it's 100. Nope. We can't get him back ever. The only way to get him back to court is to imprison him and recruit him into the court. Why on earth would you want to do that? So I guess he'll live what he wants to live. And that would mean he's going to get all the books once he's dead. as he already has a huge amount of collection already, including his own sword. Makes me feel jealous that he has all these books. So, let's get the Persian Taoist woman here. As she says, "Most excellent Samrat Chakravartin, be my concubine or else." And she'll say yes. See? When you bring people in the court, even if it's of a different faith, unless you recruit a Sunni Muslim here, then you can make it a concubine or even marry if you wish to. So again, it's just temporary. I'm not going to have her as concubine all the time. No. So, through here, secretly convert to Taoist, which is going to cost me a lot of karma for that. So, and now, personally adopt the faith. For the first time, India is ruled by a Taoist. But it's for reasons. Sure, this may alienate some vassals of mine due to this unexpected conversion of the new universal ruler. So let's do it. So here I am. I'm a Taoist now. Which again, Taoism is a polytheistic religion originating in China, while traditionally regarded as founded by Lao Tzu, the supreme old lord in the 4th century BC. Some elements and practices can be traced to the prehistoric folk religions across the Middle Kingdom. The followers revere Tao, the underlying natural order universe. The ethic expression on Tao for the individual is Te, the inner virtue. Taoists also value life over death and believe it's possible to achieve immortality through various methods, including spiritual practices and alchemy. In the game, a strong focus on good governance is within Taoist society. That means all Taoist characters get a bonus to stewardship. Hence reason +2 stewardship. As you can see, the names of the High God and the God names, evil ones, and whatnot. You can still take concubines, and I can designate any valid offspring as heir, just like the Jains and Buddhists. But I cannot declare holy wars. But then again, I still have the right to... Wait a minute. What's active and what's not on the bloodlines? I understand this, but... Not the Samrat Chakravartin bloodline. But yes for Ashoka, so... Yes, I can still do an invasion war whenever threat level goes down the way, because Syria is going to be the next target to invade in the future. And I'm sure some of you people are asking still, why Taoist? Here's why. Hermetic Society. I want to join that, which I will join this coming August. Which again, you have to be a Christian, a Muslim, Israelite, Mazdan, Zunist, Hellenic, or Taoist to be a member of that society. Which there's no shortage of that. So, I will join that in 2 months. But I need to get healthy. Or better yet, just get even more learning and become a scholar. I'll manage through the gout. Next treatment I get next year, I probably want to lose a limb. Get that cut off. Oh, and drink the Fountain of Youth, as I'm 20 years old. And build the observatory. And get me a holy man. Holy Taoist man. As you are its first chaplain. Or the Vibhishana. So you got the chief minister, the treasurer, and the Zingjun Sima. It's a bit of a mouthful. We need to make more money, gentlemen. Apparently you could still do that. Oh, up on the war chest. I don't plan on getting married soon. Because in case if I die of the gout, then she takes over. This is just a social experiment of sorts. So just wait till August. Oh, and I'll set her aside. That's what I brought you here for. I want no children. Not yet. I'll think about it in 10 years or so. The Zoroastrians now pay tribute to the Chinese. Oh, yes. I remember. Choose a Taoist school. I don't have enough, piety. I did not know you can actually borrow money from Jewish merchants when you're a Taoist. Like heck if we need that. We got our own huge amount of income. Where did all the income go? Or is it just, well, the rain barely started, so give it a moment. There you go. And the great seminars of the universities finished, so we got this to build. And of course, to being of a different faith, this Hindu temple is inactive once again. I need to get a Taoist school, so give me some free piety. So I need to burn some people just to get things started. Just to burn a few. Oh, thank you very much. Hey, since we're both Taoist, oh, I won't get any gain. Hey, what should I give you? Oh yeah, this old court guru, I'll give him away. Do Taoists get gurus? Oh, no, they don't need that. There's a dwarf around here? The mayor. And commander. And great fox. Oh, Hermetic Society. Time to join. Greetings, Samrat Chakravartin. We are delighted to learn that you have taken your first step towards enlightenment. The secrets of the corpus may be obscure to you now, but in time you will come to understand them as I have. Hold in thy mind all thou wouldst know, and Hermes, the thrice blessed, will teach thee. Signed and Majesty Ishmael, the Persian Hindu. How'd you end up on it? Or was that... Oh, he was a Muslim before he became a Hindu. That's how he joins. Oh, I understand now. No one's to read. I have my own quest. So, 18.5 total gain for esoteric knowledge. Being a genius helps. Remember, gotta get healthy. Since I'm already a genius and a polymath. Basically the world's smartest man. My sister remains in the academy. Whenever she's finished, she should be married matrilineally. Yeah, send her away. Hey, what is the thing that Taoists do? Do they have a feast of sorts? They don't have their own Diwali, they don't have their own feast. But, well, we could still do tiger hunts, but then again, that's only if you live in India. Any part of the Indian subcontinent, you get to hold tiger hunts. Unless you're in Persia and Iraq, where there are no tigers there. Actually, there used to be. Anyways, send the money to the university to get a few more books. A few more books from them as well. Even though it's ran by a Frenchman there. Who wants to be my apprentice? Somebody young. Yes, she is my apprentice now. And she's a member of the Hermetic Society. Despite the way it looks right now. But despite that oddly appearance. Hey. What's your excuse? Ambitious low caste rulers of wrong caste. Wrong caste? Am I a Brahmin? Oh, no caste. I was about to say, oh no, I think I made a mistake. No caste, low caste. In other words, I'm considered as the untouchables to the whole empire. I did say that my conversion to Taoism may possibly alienate a few people, but it did. Well, just pray for further stability. Which means I don't think I should have children. The offspring. Many months I started my book, I finally managed to get around the other philosophers. They unanimously asked her to burn the copies before anyone finds out how bad it is. Oh, I thought it was good. The Plato part. Anyways, now that I have the apprentice, let's go find the ingredients and write a theorem paper. Which I will ask help from those around me. So as I face the adulting task of researching and writing an entire theorem paper to be reviewed by my peers, to be accepted by the order would be a great boon for me. If the qualities found to be lacking, might be a big blow to my prestige. With the help of some other bright minds, might be able to stand a better chance at success. Let's go gather the herbs in the hills. The idiots call me low caste, as in, you a Taoist? That means you are the untouchable Chakravartin. Well, no, that sentence doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound right at all. Yes? Oh yeah, she also lives here, and you can get away with it. And she's got a rat, so have fun. My observatory is finally ready. It is with great anticipation to prepare to make my first observations. So she and I have arrived in the hills early in the morning to collect various useful herbs we could find in the countryside. Our combined knowledge will be useful for identifying the plants. The first Daoshi, who is a bad person, morally. In Platonism, the physical world is just a pale imitation of immutable ideas that exist beyond this world. You might find yourself struggling to grasp what these ideas may be. What if I become possessed? Well, I'm sure that women won't like me very much. Yeah. Almost 100. Then I'll pick a Taoist school. I hope nobody plans to assassinate against me. Because of this conversion is new. Well, it's not exactly new to India, but it's new to somebody who rules the universe of India's point of view. We've now spent days looking high and low for useful herbs, with both me and Bhikshuni Paranakanai assaulted. We're forced to conclude that our small assortment of interesting plants is what we're getting out of this. Just one? Yarrow. That's a good plant. My brother in the Hermetic Order, Jianxi, has step forth with an idea for a ritual that might invoke a divine, the presence of a divine being. The prospect of petitioning the divine itself for knowledge is tantalizing, and that the idea was therefore received with excitement in the order. The ritual will take place in a few weeks' time. He lives all the way over there. I'm going to keep that yawl around. The secrets of the world should be laid to bare to us. Though, what if I'm not worthy enough to understand them? You'll know in due time. Summoning the divine. A time for the ritual has come, and the orders congregate in a spacious room. Symbols scatter the floor as I chant the hymns. Initiate Jianxi has provided me with all the new special type of incense that he claims is necessary to make the eventual connection with the divine being. Before long, it has permeated the air. As I inhale more and more of it, hearing the drone of my fellows' chants, I feel my soul disconnect from my body and begin to ascend, until it seems to connect with something. An entity touches my soul, though I cannot perceive it with any senses other than my mind's eye. It must be the divine being. I've succeeded. I strong control my emotions and cultures all my thoughts into one burning question that I pose to this being. O divine, pray tell me of the operation of the stars. Oh, dear colleague, I found the most fascinating phenomena from observing the sky. I'm the firmest belief that the foundation of the cosmos is hiding somewhere out there. In order to reach the higher knowledge, you should take my advice and study the skies thoroughly. Oh boy. I'm a multitasker. The instruments and tomes I had to gather from my studies of the secrets behind the stars finally arrived. Blends of different shapes and sizes together with dusty old tomes written by learned people. These will prove invaluable for uncovering the truth. Now I can carefully observe the sky as I get my head in the clouds. And take up a Taoist school of sorts. Actually, I can't right now because I'm busy with this quest. Well, once it's done, then I can finally choose a Taoist school. Or I'm at a point where it's no longer necessary. The divine being has given me cryptic advice on the pursuit of astrology in its many forms. With ample time spent mulling it over afterwards, I believe I've deciphered what it meant. I look forward to putting it to good use. The divine being has my total confidence. +1 diplomacy. The Republic of Plato gives a framework for a just and stable state. In it, all men live in harmony, each fulfilling their role for the good of the state. True guidance. As I become gregarious. Higher diplomacy, the stable the empire is. At least that's what they tell you. When's my next treatment? Oh, this one next week. It's finished. I've produced an entirely average paper on the sun. It explores astrology and a particular movement and the importance of this heavenly body. Not all is left to submit it to my Hermetic peers for review. I will send it out at once and await for their replies. Hopefully they will be objective when they evaluate it. Okay. Remember, I gotta get this off because continuous treatments is never gonna go away. I've seen men live decades with gout. So, I'm gonna need a special treatment. Even if I have to lose a body part for this. Making sure that the landowners and traders are paying their taxes in timely fashion is a time-consuming task. Lately, my mind has been more occupied with the task of making sure that the stars are in their correct place, rather than the taxes are in my coffers. What is wealth compared to knowledge? He says yes. My life's in your hands. He says yes. Oh, egads. I should have never trusted him. You idiot. After a many night observing the skies, I've become certain there's a pattern to the movement of celestial bodies I've yet to uncover. However, I'm putting this endeavor to rest for the sake of my other duties. No, gotta keep going, even if it kills me. Matter of fact, I may die. I have the health books, brawny, but I don't know if that's gonna help me till my next treatment. So maybe we should just take it mildly. I've spent many nights looking at the stars in my observatory. It is truly fascinating. There are so many questions to ask. How do the stars move? I'm into astrology these days. You can help me with my poetry. Hey, more health! This would delay the death. The potential death of that horrible mistreatment. For at least a few months. Right? Yes. Till this December. Poetry is healthy for the mind. Gee, a grand debate already? A courier has just arrived carrying a letter from Magister Zhangma. Reading the letter, it seems the invitation bidding all members of the Hermetic Society to attend the grand debate. He's infirm and he's scarred. Most excellent opportunity to display my knowledge. It has certainly been a very productive evening. I've been able to dedicate all my thinking to calculate the pattern of different objects in the sky uninterrupted. Everything is so clear now. Success! They published the theorem paper for me. More esoteric knowledge and learning. After many a night observing the skies, started charting the patterns of the stars as well as the movement of certain planets. There's so much to learn. However, my counsel won't stop complaining about my absence from the court. Perhaps it is time to conclude my research. No! Keep going! Hurry up, man. Alright, I'm giving you a second chance. If you F it up again... Okay. Secured me and operated. I will not lie to you, my lord. This will be excruciatingly painful, but it must be done. I tried to protest when he brought out the saw, but due to the calming potion he made me drink, I slurred the words beyond comprehension. The treatment was successful, but I lost a leg. But it's worth it. Yeah, it was a leg. That's where the gout is. But hey, +1 learning. I'll live. So now I'm coming to the grand debate with my, one leg. But seriously, guy in his late teens and early 20s having a gout? Some people would say you're too young to have a gout. Are you expanding anytime soon? Oh wait, you're Jan. Okay. These past few days I've felt an energy rising before me, urging to be used for creativity. I could build a new laboratory. Wait, no, I should prepare my notes for tomorrow, I mumble. Glancing at a stack of parchments, it occurs to me that I could compose a letter to my dear Aram. My French friend Aram, who's a Yazidi. Actually, he's initially Arab before he turned French. Since I'm a poet, a small poem to illustrate my appreciation for him. I would not be who I am today were it not for you. You are my sun and the moon, my alpha and omega. And yet I tossed papers around me, spent all night perfecting the letter. Or, come on, it's a debate. Focus! This is an opportune time for my work on prima materia. Just focus on winning the debate. You'll get some esoteric knowledge. Parakamabu. Who's that? Tamil friend. who's from Vijayalaya. Well, it's been very cold today, and I approached him. He asked me point blank where I was. Was when I responded. We had plans to visit my uncle, the one who likes fishing. I knew I weren't all that excited, but I didn't expect him not to show up. Okay, I got many important things in my mind, okay? Also, what the heck are you doing all the way in Vijayalaya? He lives in Khorasan, who serves King Abara, who reigns from Khorasan. After a many night of observing the skies, I started charting the pattern of the stars as well as moving certain planets. There's so much to learn. However, my council won't stop complaining about my absence to the court. Perhaps it is time to conclude my research. I understand so much. I'm satisfied with my progress. We'll conclude my research, letting my mission come to an end. I find myself almost buried on an enormous heap of documents occupying my work desk I've carefully studied. Yet there's still an absence of any observation about a specific light in the sky between the two well-known star formations. I'll name it after my dear friend, who is the Vicayâlaya, which is, the guru of Vijayalaya, who is 16 years old. Yeah. I'll name it after you. Didn't want to name it after myself because I've yet to prove myself. I've been declared a winner of the grand debate, showing how no one is as knowledgeable as me or has the ability to put forth arguments quite like me. The sweetest of all sounds is praise. Look at that! All in year 1. Yeah, someone's gonna make that. Observing the movements of the stars at night, I've begun to see regular patterns. These observations, however, have raised many new questions. I'm starting to wonder, for example, if the Earth is really the center of it all. Interesting. But am I too late to choose a Taoist school now? Or that opportunity went away when I joined the Hermetic Society or other activities? Who knows, because there was about 3 of them, one of which includes learning. I can't change it here. Or was it one of the traits that I got that restricted me from doing so, like possessed? Now I'm all better, healthy as ever, despite being possessed, but there ain't nothing you can do about it. Unless I start speaking tongues in one night. I guess it's pretty much safe to say, no, the Taoist school opportunity went away. Compose a book. Learning book. Something to honor the heavenly order or something. Huh. Holy site there. This is the other Taoist holy site. The research I conducted in my observatory is proving deeply fascinating. I could push my studies further, but I need to purchase more equipment for it to be meaningful. Must move forward. And here's that other holy site. And Bodh Gaya, yes, it's a holy site too. Same for that area. I finally see that Plato's one mover of the universe must be God. I don't know how I haven't noticed before. I finally see. No, I'm zealous. Which, of course, isn't going to help the vassals from looking at me more favorably for being a hardcore Taoist. You took this big piece of land. Good job. This is your reward for your efforts. It's not appropriate. How's my daughter doing? Is she still a student? Yes, she is. Hey, and a lot's happened in 2 years. That's in Nishapur. Someone's gonna take care of that. Yeah, definitely. Now we can create the Kingdom of Iraq title now that another piece of land's been taken. Hey, boy. The Jain King, the Jain Maharaja of Iraq. Never thought you would see that. Yes, there is Jain and Buddhists in Iraq. Soon I get to perform this type of stuff. But keep on going until you reach Magus, in which your final goal should be to write the magnum opus. That is the reason why I wanted to be Taoist in the first place, just to do Hermetic Society stuff, which you don't typically do that here in India. No, just want to be different, just wanted to add some originality to this series. To me, that's the only useful thing about Taoists. Because based on what I heard from other Crusader Kings players, that some would think that Taoist is probably the most useless of all religions. For me, kinda, but I still want to join the Hermetic Society simply for the fun of it. Not to mention, it's kinda interesting to do that here in India, especially if it's a man who runs the Indian Empire, not just some other empire, but United India, and further out west into Iraq. Bishop Narcisse, who lives in southern Italy. We do have contacts with the Europeans since we've gone that far west nowadays. It's kind of surprised you haven't invoked them, but then again, they're vassals. My brother, I have a proposal which might interest you, An old letter detailing the possible locations of some lost Hermetic writings came to my possession not many moons ago. If you fund an expedition, we can search for these treasures together. Find a Hermetic text. The letter mentioned of lost three texts, a tome in the local inquiry, the scroll hidden in the temple of Gujarata, and the tablet of the ancient library in the ruins of Jülich in Francia. Let's go over there. That's a very good chance. Yes, all the heck way over there. The place, which is ran by him, famous for being the capital of the Holy Roman Empire, at times. Now pray tell me the operation of the sun. My nightly studies of the movements of celestial bodies are increasing my knowledge of many great things. I feel that I'm getting closer to understanding the universe. A sense of harmony out there. And the divine being has my total confidence for stewardship. You're the new marshal. It's decent. Well, I'm glad everybody settled down. And not feel, as I use that word again, alienated by me being Taoist. Yazidis again. Jabali. Oh yeah, anyone who's a Seljuk can use the invasion. Gosh's Valley. Glad we have the Seljuks as our vassal. Hey, you finally turned 16. Now I'm finally promoted. Our expedition into foreign lands have encountered some difficulties, but in the end we made it to the ruins of Jülich safely. After a fortnight of excavation, and servants have uncovered the entrance to the hidden underground chamber. Neophyte Peranankai and I have entered side by side, the air heavy filled with excitement. Do my eyes deceive me, or are these symbols hieroglyphs? We found it! Whenever you finish your education, she became a mystic, probably through that philosophy. Right. Whenever you finish your education from the academy, then she has to be married. Working in my observatory, lately I'm often frustrated by broken equipment, weeks on end, cloudy weather, and frequent interruptions by curious intruders and even animals. It is very hard to maintain concentration to get anything done. I must persist. The truth is out there. As I become stressed, I need another ingredient to help me, get rid of that stress trait. Or just go out drinking in a tavern somewhere. It's another good alternative. We got this part of India now. Just this county, your inheritance. Hey, want to marry somebody? Just to keep up with the Jain kingdom of Iraq going? You'll find someone. Again, I will not start the invasion until threat level is 0. Which will probably happen in an episode down the line. It's just I want this episode to be focused mainly on a Indian who is a Taoist and a Hermetic. Which is like the 3 of the most unusual combinations you could put together in a playthrough. Sure, there's nothing unusual about Taoist Hermetics from up there, but down in India... Who stole my artifact? Why, you? Thanks for... My studies of celestial spirits are progressing well. I see the movements and relationships I never dare guess at. It seems to me that now that the laws that guide the movement of stars must be reflected on Earth in some way. And what is Earth? 41 learning. Would have been 42 if it wasn't for... Well, he's a drunk, so... Get me a Hermetic... No, excuse me, Taoist. A Taoist court physician. Wait a minute, Daoshi? Indiana? Oh. I am told there resides a Mazdan doctor in a small nearby village. That doctor in the circles as a Fadev is rumored to possess texts of a famous school of Gondishapur. Such a learned man would surely be an asset to the court. A Zoroastrian, huh? Good candidate. Pay him and bring him to court. At least I didn't become a Zoroastrian, otherwise the Empire would have broken in a revolt. By the way, at least it says religious differences, not infidel, because of the religion group. Not to mention I'm without a caste, which is, you could say, to the traditionalists, they first have a problem with that, but they'll slowly accept me in time. What a merry feast, surrounded by my friends and loved ones. I feel the thirst coming on. Page, more wine. Wait, this doesn't smell right. Oh, wait a minute, am I a drunk? Poisoned wine? How cliche. These amateurs will be brought to justice. Oh. Huh. So I do not drink it. I'm too smart for that. In other words, yep, that's attempted murder. There are so many plots out there. Okay, which one involves me? That's fabricate. Sister! What the hell? Stop that before you get me killed. I can understand that you will be future empress and whatnot, but damn it, man! Damn it, girl. I know that you have a problem with me with our philosophical differences and you being ambitious and I'm casteless. You need to calm down with that, or otherwise there's going to be a bounty in your head. So just stop the nonsense. Just for that, we need to get along right now. Let's drink and let's talk. We're going to need to talk about this. And they call me the troubadour because of my poetry, right? Don't assassinate me, sister, for that attempted murder. And she doesn't want to come to the garden. Hope she likes the wine. It's not poisonous. So we need to get along better, okay? Thank goodness I did not get assassinated by my sister. So, Galicia and Voinia, run by the Alan people, have settled in not just only in the lands of Galicia Voinia, but also Serbia as well. Which means Serbia is now ran by a Buddhist. But the Serbian people themselves have not accepted Buddhism in their hearts. I wish they would, because that would be cool. Imagining those guys wearing orange. I know there must be a way to earn her trust. And the best way to learn it, without a doubt, is talking to her. But about what? Hey, have some money while you're at it. So I'll simply ask her, desire to know about her and become a good acquaintance. I know you're an ambitious one. She's more than happy to talk about her struggles and aspirations. Yeah, I know. You want to be the Samrat Chakravartin. You will one day, because I don't plan on having children, because I don't want to have an offspring for everybody's castles. For sure I've made a breakthrough. Ptolemy and Aristotle must be mistaken. Earth revolves around the sun. That's why the planets do not travel straight on the sky and the tides shift on the ocean. Don't want to annoy the Brahmins or other people, the Daoshis. So I will continue my studies in secret. There. The deed is done. Apparently you were supposed to choose a Taoist school whenever you're a young Taoist. Or just recently converted. So it's impossible now. And next year I will switch to focus. I don't know. Whenever you finish your education, then we'll get you married matrilineally and have children of your own. It'll be of your children, not mine. Tamil Taoists. Get used to it. What that's saying. Well, what does my dad think of me? Oh, he still likes me. I'm a child and we're both poets. That's it. I wish I could bring it back. Jeez, look at you. You're a terrible person. Perhaps you should join a giant society. So you and whatnots can redeem yourself. Now let's have extremely high majesty. University in Paris. Following the trend in recent years, Paris has also founded a university. This would be a notable boon for the people of France. France too, eh? Now I'm gonna be rivals with this man. There better not be anyone else plotting an assassination against me. Nope, none of them involve me. Try that again. It has come to my attention that you still lack a proper office in alchemy. How can you hope to uncover the secrets of Hermes to thrive without the proper tools or staff? You should build one or your work will fade in obscurity. Build a laboratory. Very well. Truly useful laboratory could take both time and money to assemble, but without an office dedicated to alchemy, I doubt I'll be able to unveil the deeper secrets of the world. For science! For science and humanity, or whatnot. Secrecy is of great importance as the experiments I'll perform in my laboratory may both frighten the arrogant and tantalize my fellow alchemists. To keep intruders away, laboratories often built deep within a castle, but a more accessible building would likely be more efficient. Let us build a guarded compound on an island. I was about to say, what island? Even though I don't own that piece of land, but they would be referring to the domain. Is there an island off of Tamil Nadu? Not Sri Lanka, off of Tamil Nadu. Or just imagine that we build a lab somewhere in the Maldives. An isolated compound, and the laboratory will be as big as it could be. In order to properly heat and transform metals or other substances, I require furnaces of differing temperatures and flames of different types. The alchemical texts speak of the various setups that could be beneficial. I will aim higher than any of those that come before me. We'll build an experimental setup with as many furnaces, basins, and other contraptions that could be reasonably be fitted. Wonder where you're from originally. Excuse me. As per usual. I always record after lunch, if people are wondering. The local smiths do not appreciate the great care that must be taken care of to create the kind of tools we need to work the fires in my laboratory. Perhaps in time they will learn, but so far the results have been most disappointing. We must import the tools we need, so we will import our chemical tools from the master smiths that are best skilled to make them. The entire castle just shook, waking me from my dreamless sleep that comes after hours of preparatory laboratory work. Did I forget to properly lock the laboratory? Oh, dang it, there goes the arrow. Must really tighten up security. We'll spend the money to improve security and increase the efficiency of this laboratory. That was the only one we've had. I'm thinking about building a wonder on this county. Sometimes the difference in identifying success can be as hard as achieving it. Many metals and other substances are so alike that only an expert can tell them apart. To avoid mishaps, perhaps it would be best to invest in a rich library of reference literature to avoid unwelcome surprises. My librarians shall not rest till we have such a collection. To ensure my success of the future experiments by assembling a reference library for all occasions. It has come to attention of the heavenly Emperor the Wei Empire that merchants from my lands have been acting with deceit and dishonesty. While I've been conducting trade of our merchants, we are certain that we'll make sure this behavior will cease immediately. I'll have followed to seek out the worst troublemakers. My lord, begins enough for my chief minister, Maharaja Sagat II. The writing of the manuscripts come to a halt. Our oldest scholar and most experienced scribes passed away. He recommends investing more scribes or risk a lower quality work. Since I'm a scholar, perhaps I can help. Raises the quality. Better be a good one. I guess not. Not all pottery is suited for the kind of alchemical work I do. My experiments require both the porous orange pottery that can absorb components in the crucible and dark and highly fire-resistant pots which even the strongest metal can be melted. Good quality does come at a high price, however. Only the best would be good enough, so it will now tolerate the best imported pottery from master plants. Whoa there. Yes to all. Still a student. Okay, if you don't get here by, say, 1190, I'm gonna have to get you back here. And we need to get along better. No more sibling rivalries. Alright, we get to talk in private. The glass in which I keep my concoctions is brittle and breaks easily. This may be tolerable for beakers and the other dispensable glass. But earlier today, a giant Olympic shattered in 1,000 pieces after having been heated carelessly by one of my helpers. We must only ever buy the most expensive and durable glass. From now on, we'll spend more to ensure all glass that enters the laboratory is durable and as clear as possible. I'm really glad I could spend time with you. And got a favor from her, if need be. I was about to say, that laboratory better be finished. The ambition of the Samrat Chakravartin. After months of hard work and considerable amount of money spent, the laboratory of Vijayalaya Chola is the envy of anyone who wishes to delve into the deeper secrets of life. This office of alchemy allows the Samrat Chakravartin to perform any experiment that has so far been documented is a testament to his great ambition in the field. As above, so below. My new laboratory is the envy of both those that now live and all that came before me. I dare even say Hermes, the thrice blessed, would himself would be impressed by the setup I now employ to uncover the hidden secrets of matter and spirit. My work's just begun. Yeah, I felt it's high time to go out and do this. So let's hunt for the most prized animal parts. Sunny uprising and where? Down there. I'm sure you're not amused by this. So. Come on, we're gonna get down there and deal with them. Together with the small band of hunters, Big Shuni, Penrikai, and I, have set out to hunt animals in the forest and attempt to gather animal parts. These ingredients will be invaluable in experiments to understanding the aspects of the world. Our combined hunting experience should make this easy. Well, then again, she's a Buddhist nun. I don't think hunting is really her forte. So remember, with the Maharaja of Iraq, a giant, he can't expand his realm. Well, actually he could in de jure wars. As I was knocking an arrow, carefully studying my prey on the other side of the shaft, suddenly make sure the apparent Kai starts shouting and screaming while I'm getting angrily at her and the game runs. Tauntingly its way, she tries to explain herself. The sun rays weren't hitting the glade, thus the organs would have been useless. God dang it! I get no ingredients out of it. I produced a truly revolutionary paper on fermentation. That's alchemy related. About to say what? No local levies? I'm not allowed to raise local levies from that region? What gives? Or you simply just don't have none at all? Nope, can't raise it at all. What the heck? Well, in this case, get the both here. At least nobody's damaged the library. I will send you this huge amount of money to you. Because I don't know what to do with them. Oh, they got them. Never mind, return to your posts. Kingdom of Sistan. I'll give it to you. See what happens. So now I'm promoted to adept. Where are they going? Tributary state. It's there. Oh, I see. Just don't hurt me, sister. I'm just coming to say hi. Lucky you. All is calm in India, but Oh, twice one of these days. You gotta start expanding. Otherwise, it's gonna be ran by Buddhists again, which is fine by me. Hey, Vikram. What you doing? Are you, no, not yet? I know you're still a member of the Sraga Sangha. He won a duel. No, he didn't kill somebody. Guess he defended himself. I mean, who would want to kill him? No, he's still Anagami. He's not Aranet yet. Should be. Because that'd be cool. E. Okay. That can't be an error. What's left of the Islamic subjects, yeah? Almost all gone now. My goodness, Serbian Buddhists. Even though they ain't gonna last long because of revolts and holy wars, but still. It's nice to see that there are Serbian Buddhists. Here we go again. Let's travel to the ruins of Luterstan. Which I think that's somewhere in Persia, right? Luterstan? Of the gods. Yeah, here. +3 learning. Oh yeah. She's Bengali, but she's not yet finished her education. As I said, if you don't finish by, say, April of 1190, I'm gonna have to invite you to court. Or you can no longer be the student of the game and get you married. So you can have children just to continue on with the old Kshatriya line, whereas I'm the first one to be casteless. And they hate me for that, because I'm Taoist. The blood of Sassanid flows through my veins. Since the days who walked the earth, we have abandoned our old Zoroastrian faith, though I do see merit in the ways that helped shape such a legend. Actually, I don't mind. We were once like them, but we should not judge their ways. There's no such thing as a secret Zoroastrian society around. And they still don't look at me highly. But let's not forget that my court physician is a Zoroastrian. I've always been better at talking through my pen. Maybe the best way to show my good touch is to dedicate her a poem. Let's see. her deeds are kind of half and half. But I'll write about how fair she is because she's groomed. She's impressed my poem and hopefully say I must be the best living writer in India and be able to write such beautiful rhymes about her. Well, at least he learned something. Formed the kingdom of Bengal. I'm curious about your faith, even though I was Hindu once. Yeah. Alright, we found it. Soon you'll be up to 2,000 esoteric knowledge in no time. Also, time's up, sister. Come home. I don't care if you're graduated or not. I just need you here so you can... People in hiding cannot marry. Well, get out of hiding. Even though I still dislike you for, having attempted murder, but... Well, I don't want to have payback because you are the heir to the Empire. So... Who wants to marry her? Oh, wait a minute, you're still in hiding. Okay, now you're not anymore. So, okay, let's arrange it. And you're no longer a student, so you're a dropout. You dropped out because I say so. Who to marry? Too bad it's full of old men. You have a country of old men. But there's other ideas. The Seljuks. That bloodline. Is there any young man who isn't married? Guess perhaps we found one, but chased, so... Talking about those who are not landed. Ah, damn it, he's married. Lucky him, because he had a good tree. What about him? We found one. Relative of a knight. Well, he's not a member of the Chosen of Ashoka. So, there you have it. Huh. And with that matrilineal marriage, we will get this bloodline, which the Persian people will look at us more highly. Should continue being a tutor. Administrative cartographer. Holy War offers a Buddhistan of what's left of the subject of that area. I just feel like this is probably, as far as accomplishments concerned, and I know we're getting close to a new century, it feels like this is probably one of the best series I've ever played on, as well as doing some bit of, well, out of the ordinary stuff, such as being the ruler of India who is a Taoist. Likes Celtic cultures, but doesn't like Latin Iberia. Since when did you start caring about Europe? Yet you don't care about the rest of us here. What kind of emperor are you? And we inherited a part of India through a Abbasid Persian Buddhist. Nice. Which means we could have further contacts out west, if need be. And as I said before, for this character, never intended to be a, and you want me to lose stress, take it easy? Actually, I should. But it didn't help me give her stress. Because I have so much skills, I thought, well, yeah, I can afford it. You'll definitely like my sister, because she's good looking to you. Even though she tried to murder me once. And she chose this philosophy, which is an odd one. I will gift her an invaluable book with my high learning skill, if she's willing to take it. Even though she's more of a military woman herself. But she likes it. Great. I'm glad she did not murder me, because we do not want her reign to begin and have this reputation of being a kinslayer, which would just forever mar her reputation for decades to come. I'd probably get her assassinated in the process, and who knows, just say that the future is secure, at least for now. And at least I didn't want to be married and have children of my own, otherwise we would just be having these, you know, these Taoist children, in which these people aren't going to appreciate that. Especially those without caste, such as myself. Without the Varna. I'm glad everything's calmed down now, with no threats of possible revolt. She's become diligent, even though she's already diligent, but still, thumbs up to you. And my father, 42 years old, still doing a good service of Buddhism. Are you sure you still don't want to come home after all this? So he'll still say no. Hey, with that area, under our control, we actually do have a connection to the Black Sea. In other words, yeah, we do have connection with Europe. Yeah, and all that. Now we're best friends, the apprentice and I. We'll stop at the very beginning of 1192. Or after this mission. Who was a Bulgar? Those people still around? So he tells me to infiltrate his laboratory. So in other words, yeah, last mission, and then we'll close the episode. It was not hard to locate his laboratory. Shuja tells me that as we enter the village, while old Dezeng has no talent for keeping secrets, he does know how to hire proper guards. He continues telling me about the obstacle ahead. Bedouin Hindu. I have a way with people and a heavy purse, because richest man in the world. As we step out of the shells, the guards draw their blades. Their posture and faces change when I pull out a heavy purse from my pocket. After a short exchange of words and coins, neophyte Suja and I edge through a heavy door. What now, brother? What course of action would you recommend? Help me where he keeps his valuables. We'll stay together. Safer, but less effective. For all this talk and boasting, I expected more than this. Or perhaps Adept Zeng is more paranoid than I thought. In any case, I cannot find anything of great value. At least these nuggets of metal will sell for a few coins. Better than nothing, I guess. We'll close it in just a moment. Once we left the laboratory far behind, Suja and I collapsed, two bundles of sweating and shivering limbs. We did it. We really did it. And we got away with it too. As the laugh erupts from my lips, my body finally relaxes. Next to me, Suja, heavily breathing, turns into a merry chuckle. We really showed them, didn't we? Okay, stop now. So, again, we're expanding little by little thanks to the vassals. And, one thing's for certain, in the next episode I will promote to Adept, in which by then I will write a magnum opus. So that way, that it's just to show that, hey, here's one thing that's useful in being a Taoist, and that is to, join the Hermetic Society. No more, no less. Despite the fact that I've been stressed for a long time. It's too bad they didn't take me to a tavern like that last event. But still, it was an interesting, what I would call, social experiment of sorts. And apparently, being an Indian and a Taoist, not a good idea. Unless you have very high level of majesty and tolerance, and very high diplomacy skill and whatnot, to keep the vassals, at bay from coming up with any factions, or even potentially being assassinated by someone who's, ambitious. I'm looking at you. Oh, and she's pregnant. Good news. Yeah, and hopefully there'll be more good news in the next episode. Until then, so long for now.